As digital media and communication are rapidly becoming ubiquitous around the world, scholars across diverse disciplines are increasingly shining a spotlight on the profound political, social, and cultural impact that digital technologies are having in Asian contexts. With the 2014 launch of Brill's new peer-reviewed academic journal, Asiascape Digital Asia, this growing interdisciplinary community of scholars now has a platform to explore the role that information, communication, and digital technologies play in Asian societies, as well as in intra-regional and transnational dynamics.
There's a lot of great scholarship happening at the moment on digital media. Think of how communication works through Twitter or through Facebook. And a lot of this scholarship is focusing on Europe or North America, which is great, but from the perspective of my colleagues and myself who work on Asia, there's a risk of overlooking all the diverse things that are happening in other locations around the world. And that's really what this journal is about. The focus is on bringing together area studies scholarship with ICT knowledge and digital media knowledge and providing a platform for that kind of multidisciplinary research. We're seeing a lot of expertise on Asia and also coming from Asia on how digital technologies work today, and I think we need to bring these perspectives into the larger discussion. So let me give you an example. Think of the discussions we're having about how kids are using digital technologies today and what we can learn from scholarship on India that looks at, for instance, how kids in slums are using these technologies to make sense of their lives. Or think of the political implications of digital media and what China can tell us. A system that is politically authoritarian, but which has a lot of people now using these technologies to affect social and political change, and often in direct collaboration with the state. So there's a myriad of questions and issues across this vast region that I think we need to bring on board in order to properly make sense of what it means to live in the information age.
There's a little prehistory to this idea of Asiascape that it might be helpful for us to understand, and that is that it began for us in Leiden University in 2007 with the award of a grant from the Netherlands Organization for Scientific Research, which was designed to help us build an international research coalition in those intermixed fields of digital culture, interactive culture, visual culture, and the category of Asia. And we were very fortunate to make a great coalition of colleagues in the US and Canada and Europe and Asia that enabled us to move on to large research projects in this area, a sequence of them. And what became very clear through the process of these projects was the need for a dedicated forum for publication of research in these fields. And we're really excited now that we can launch this journal, Asiascape Digital Ages. And I think it really occupies a unique place in the field, a unique place in the stretch of politics of the field in particular, with the combination of that idea of the digital world and Asia, which is of course already a very difficult politicized category. And what we're really hoping is that the journal will take this seriously and will come up with some very innovative and creative and perhaps even radical scholarship that engages with the politics of this field.
Culture is changing as people are adopting digital technologies. So it's these conversions of two things that are coming together. It's not just a new technology that's coming in, but it's also the way that culture is changing and how these two things work together, how the changing of culture then starts to change the technologies and the software platforms that are being used. So I think it's important to study because that's where the people are. That's what's going on right now.
I don't know if anybody saw a recent graph that was going around, making the rounds, and it was a circle over China and part of Southeast Asia. It said something like 70% of the world lives inside this circle. And that means that East Asia, particularly South Asia, Southeast Asia, is becoming hugely influential to the rest of the world in all matters digital, not just in terms of from a business sense, but in terms of all kinds of cultural issues that impinge on how we use the internet, how we communicate with each other. So lots of different ways.
If you look at Asia, it's such a diverse place, and everybody is saying digital media, new social media are changing Asia. They're changing China, Indonesia, Malaysia, former authoritarian countries, new social movements, but actually we don't know what is going to happen. How exactly do the new digital media, social media, the digitalization of Asia helps to transform this vast area.
Digital Asia, for me, is an exploratory term at the moment. And I think it's probably like a concept, also a practice of how Asia is connected, expanded, researched, but also probably fragmented.
So in a sense, we are trying to research how the space that, for example, the social sciences community are trying to construct the space that we regard to Asia. It's not simply about the physical space of Asia, but it's about all kind of digital problems with regard to Asia. Okay, so I think it is quite new and emerging phenomenon that we, as a researcher, have to look at.
Digital technologies are being used to speed up processes, to make political processes much faster than they used to be. So we have to see how ICT are being used, how digital media are being used by governments and by users, and how this changes politics.
Digital revolution means that we are increasingly getting involved in the study, cross-disciplinary study of Asian studies and media studies and digital media studies, and this is a really exciting time to be involved in that cross-disciplinary, multidisciplinary approach, and it's a fantastic opportunity to look at a range of scholars and a range of ideas from North Asia, East Asia, Southeast Asia, and combine these elements.
Asiascape, Digital Asia, Asian studies after the digital turn.